Our to-do list is a very, very important task, or to actually manage our time, or I should say manage our life. So this to-do list, I would say, is one of the simplest task management systems in use today. And yet it continues to frustrate millions and millions of people, and of course students. And of course you may be one of them. But it's not your fault. Few people receive formal training on how to create effective to-do lists, and it's rarely taught in school. And by the time most of us enter the workplace, we have adopted a poor, ineffective approach to getting things done. So today, I'm going to tell you 10 steps, yes, not one, not two, but 10, that would help you create a template for a perfect to-do list. So if you really wish to note it down, please go ahead. And for all my new viewers, hello all. I'm Kapeel Gupta, founder of Study Abroad Academy. I'm on a mission to coach and mentor 100,000 high school students and help them realize the dream of studying in the best universities of the world and build happy and successful careers for themselves. Now, most people underestimate the importance of their to-do lists. They feel, oh, I've got everything here. They misjudge the impact their lists have on their productivity. And we must understand that a to-do list play a vital role in how our day progresses. An effective to-do list will not only help us stay on top our workflow, but also help us manage our daily life. So let's build that perfect to-do list. And as I already said, I'm going to introduce you to a 10 steps template. Step 1. Isolate current tasks from future tasks. Now, this can be refined to get more value from it. For example, you have a current task list to decide how to allocate your time each day. Now, this list will have tasks that must be completed before the day ends. And then use a future task list to keep track of all the items that will need your attention at some point. Now, don't use this list during the course of your workday. Refer to it at the end of the day to create the next day's to-do list. Now, this simple step of separation is critical. You'll find that completing each day's to-do list will motivate and inspire you. You'll feel as if the day is a productive success. Step 2. Define tasks by desired outcomes. Now, the only reason to do something is if doing it moves you closer towards achieving a specific goal. So we take action to effect specific outcomes. Otherwise, why would we spend time and effort doing things that prevent us from pursuing activities we find more enjoyable? So the simplest way to get through your daily to-do list is to assign a why to each item found on it. Know the reason the item is on your list. Determine why you need to get it done. Write the reason down next to the task. Doing so makes it material. And you'll find that when you associate tasks with specific outcomes, you will feel more compelled to get them done. Try it. Step 3. Break projects down to individual tasks. Now, you've probably heard this joke. How do you eat an elephant? Yeah, one bite at a time. Now, this actually illustrates an important concept related to task management. Break down your work into smaller tasks, each of which offers focus and can be completed in less time. This gives you flexibility in how you schedule time to complete the tasks. And make sure your to-do lists are limited to actionable tasks, not projects. If an item requires more than one action, it's a project and should be broken down. So in this way, you'll enjoy better focus and get important work done more quickly. Then, step number 4, assign a deadline to each task. Now we know the importance of deadlines. They help us to focus our time and attention on important tasks. And of course, deadlines increase our efficiency and productivity. So for this reason, every task on your master to-do list should have a deadline associated with it. But yes, the date can change if the priority or urgency changes. So be flexible also. Now, while finalizing a deadline, some points must be taken into consideration. That is, each deadline must be realistic. Come up with a reason for each due date, as the reason makes the deadline genuine. Give yourself less time than you think you need. So we tend to allow ourselves too much time to get things done. Narrowing the window will improve your focus and result in greater efficiency and productivity. Now, believe me, all are actionable tasks, right? Because obviously you have to create a to-do list. Step number 5, limit the number of current tasks to 7. One of the most common problems with to-do list is that they're too long. It's no wonder so many people are unable to get through their to-do lists. I was also one of them, but time has changed now. Doing so is practically impossible. So I strongly recommend limiting the number of items on your daily to-do list to 7. Of course, in future, if you want to increase, you can, but start with 7. So this is a manageable number. Assuming no single task requires hours to complete, it's possible to get through your entire list by the end of the day. Step 6. Organize tasks by project, type, or location. New tasks are added to the bottom of the list as you think of them. So even if you give each item a deadline and provide various types of context, the list will become burdensome over time. So it will become difficult to manage tasks. So one should organize tasks based on various contexts. For example, by project, type, location. Task level context is an important part of any to-do list system. It defines how long items should take to complete. It reminds you the reasons to get them done. So for these reasons, categorize each task on your master to-do list using the following 3 contexts. A. Project, B. Type, and C. Location. I recommend creating a separate list for each project, each type of task, and each location. This will keep you organized, and it will also help you to choose tasks for daily list that complement your circumstances. Yeah. So coming to number 7, avoid unnecessary. So prune your list of unnecessary tasks, and one of the most important things you can do is to keep your master to-do list clean. You need to prune the list on regular basis. purging tasks that are no longer necessary or consistent with your goals. So, pruning your list helps you to keep it under control. Task management is made simpler when irrelevant items are removed off your list. And pruning also increases your efficiency. It limits your master list to tasks that advance your most important work. And trivial tasks can be eliminated. Step number 8, estimate the amount of time each task will take to complete. So you should know how long each to do item on your master list will take you to finish. So this information allows you to choose tasks for your daily list based on how much time you will have available to work on them. If you know each task's estimated completion time, you can create realistic to-do lists. Now, most people neglect to take this step, and sadly, it's one of the most damaging omissions they can make. It can mean the difference between getting through their to-do list and feeling frustrated and overwhelmed by them at the end of the day. So, in order to calculate a task's estimated completion time, you must know what is required to do the task. Information and, of course, input from others. Review your master list. Assign a time. Estimate to each item. Now, whether the item will take 15 minutes or 3 hours, write down the estimate next to it and resist the temptation to guess. Come up with a realistic estimate based on the resources you will need and the challenges you're likely to encounter along the way. Now, coming to step number 9, lead each task with an active verb. Yeah, sometimes all you need is the right word to spur you to action. And verbs have that power. Put them in front of your to-do list and you will be more inclined to get the work done. Phrasing tasks with the right action verb will motivate you to take action on them. Believe me, try it. You'll love it. The result will be that you'll get through your daily to-do list even more quickly. And then step number 10, note which task requires input from others. Some of the tasks on your daily to-do list will require input from other people. For example, you might be working on a team-based project and need certain team members to complete specific tasks before you can address the ones for which you are responsible. My recommendation will be to write a short note next to each to-do item for which you're waiting for someone's input. Detail the type of input you need, its format, and the date you expect it to be delivered. The expected delivery date will prompt you to follow up with the person. And this is critical if your workflow depends on them taking action. Most people neglect this step. They fail to make notes regarding their need for input from other parties. So unfortunately, this omission will ruin their estimates concerned the time needed to complete tasks. Yeah, you have to be very, very mindful. So these were the 10 steps to create your to-do list. And I'm sure if you'll practice them, you'll try it, you'll be able to create a wonderful to-do list for yourself. And this will do a world of good to you, to your confidence, because, and of course, to your growth also. Because then you will be able to complete all your work in time. And let's say you're working for 8 hours a day or 12 hours a day, because that happens. But you have 7 lists, 7 tasks in hand. That is your target for the day. And let's say you're able to complete it within 5 hours. So either you can do extra work and enjoy the rest of the day. You have a sense of satisfaction that you have completed today's work, and now you have earned a break, a nice, great evening to celebrate with your friends or family members or spouse. Try it out. Because, as I've always said, time management is actually life management. And creating a to do list is a great way to take that step forward. No wonder, or don't be overwhelmed if you don't get a perfect to do list in the first go, because that happens. Everyone learns, but slowly tweaking as per your schedule, very soon you will get a perfect to do list as per your requirements. And that will be the day when you'll see that whatever you think, whatever you write on that list gets completed on a daily basis. So, all the best. Would love to hear you from you people what you got from this conversation. And if you feel any concern, any bottlenecks, any obstacles in actually getting started, feel free to connect. You can either DM me or put in a comment below the video. I'll surely help you. Thank you.